If you have ever been to K-Town, you probably would have a hard time drawing a line between the streets or down the streets that separate from Knox County and the city of Knoxville. But there are differences, and depending on your lifestyle, your goals, and your personal preferences, where you may want to live really depends on those things. So today I'm going to share with you some of the pros and cons of living in Knoxville, Tennessee, and the matchup between the county and the city, and we're going to get into all of that right now. What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by. First off, I want to say I just got done working out, so I look like a slob, but that's all right. This isn't about me, it's about you. The next thing I want to say is thank you for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. And today I want to tell you about the pros and cons of living in Knoxville, Tennessee, and hopefully help you figure out an answer to the question of whether you should live in the county or the city. Before I get into these pros and cons, remember that these are really just personal preferences to me. These are my pros and cons. Some of these things might be a pro to you, it may be a con to you, but whatever, I don't expect you to agree with me on something being good or bad. My goal is to give you enough information so that you, as a buyer or as someone relocating to the area, even as a renter, you maybe get some answers that help you figure out where you want to live and how it best fits your lifestyle, your personal pros and cons. Also, I'm not going to go into any particular order in this video. I'm not doing pros versus cons, or I'm not starting with the city pros and the county, whatever the case may be. I'm just going to throw some info out there. We're going to call it a pro or con. All right. So that's it. Those are the rules. Let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about between the county and the city is taxes. It's just a lot cheaper to live in the county when it comes to property taxes if you're a homeowner. Obviously, if you're living in the city, you're going to pay almost 2.5 times more in property taxes. Those do come with amenities like trash pickup, recycling, things like that, and you're obviously paying for more things in the city, but it is a lot cheaper to live in the county. I also decided that what we're going to do is we're going to give each county and city a point when it has a pro, and we'll add those up at the end. So that's 1 point for the county. Property taxes are a lot cheaper. Now, I mentioned being a homeowner in the county is better, it costs less. But what if you're not a homeowner? What if you're a renter? Well, then I'd have to say you're better off in the city. You don't have property taxes, obviously, because you're renting. So that's going to be more convenient for you. Also, living in the city is just more convenient for you as a resident of the city. There are more things to do in the city. There's a lot more shopping, a lot more nightlife. It's more accessible. You don't have to have a car. The fact is, living in the city as a renter is going to be a lot better for you than in the county. So that's 1 point for the city. And now here's another pro for the city, and I just kind of touched on it, is transportation. Knoxville does have a public bus, and it runs all over the city every 30 minutes. The Knoxville Area Transit, or CAT for short, is super affordable. As you can see right here, you can get everything from a one-time fare to a monthly pass. However, it doesn't go past the city limits. So if you don't have a car and you're living in the county, you're going to be dependent on Lyft, Uber, or old school taxis on a regular basis. So that's one more point for the city, public transportation. Now, if you're like me and you like to get away from the hustle and the bustle and all the people as often as you can, then you want to get away from the city on your downtime. And there are greenways, and there's a park or two in the city, but you're not really getting away from the city. There's usually a lot of people at these places on the weekends. Other city folk that just want to go somewhere close to get away from the city look, but get out in nature. So if you like to get out in nature, if you like to hike and things like that, then you want to be in the county. The county is just more convenient to these places because it's halfway to whatever state park or off the beaten path trail that you can find on Google Maps. So if you like fishing, if you like boating, hiking, picnicking, camping, then you're going to want to live in the county. So that's 1 point for the county, convenience to nature. Next is restrictions and rules, or rules and restrictions, however you want to say it. Obviously, living in the city, you're in habitats that are close with other people. Even if you live in the suburbs of the city, that looks almost identical to the suburbs of the county, you're going to have more restrictions on what you can build or what you can do on your land than you might have in the county. For example, city code prohibits burning leaves or trash inside the city. In most county areas, unless you live in a subdivision or a HOA ran community then that has those same restrictions, which most PUDs do, you have more freedom on your land. So that's 1 point for the county, more freedom of choice in your property. So I was going to stop it here, but I want to add one more thing, and this will probably get me in trouble with some people, but if you're a parent and schools are important and you plan to use public schools, then you will be better off living in the county with your kids so they can go to the better performing schools in this area. The counties just generally have better schools. I don't know why that is. This probably has to do with funding and taxes and things like that. But the public schools in the counties, especially in elementary schools, are better performing than they are in the city. Now, not all county areas are highly performing, so I could break that down even further to the different communities throughout the county. But still, if education, especially early education, is important to you, and you're not using private schools, then you want to be in the county. So that's another point for the county. So that's it for this video today. I could go on, but I'll save that for future pros and cons videos. Looking at the points we just put together, 4 points went to the county, 2 points went to the city, so the county wins this round. But this video was supposed to be less than 5 minutes, so I'm gonna stop it here. If you want to know what those city pros are, leave comments and stuff below. Ask me questions. I'll hit you up directly. Otherwise, just wait for a future video. Before I go, remember to like this video, subscribe so you don't miss out on more. Share this content for me. And if you live in the area, give me a call. If you're thinking of relocating, give me a call. If you're thinking of buying, selling, or investing in property, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me a paper note, a mail, a letter, whatever the case may be. Just get a hold of me. My contact information is below. Thanks for watching, guys. I truly appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.